Hey guys, today I want to talk about some expats squander their first chances here in the Philippines. And what I mean by that is, you have a chance when you get over here to change yourself, to change your habits, to change your budgeting habits. You have so many chances when you come over here, and I see a lot of people throwing all these chances away. It's a chance at a new life and starting from the beginning. Now keep in mind, if you could go back to the beginning in the US and start off when you were 20 years old again, wouldn't you like to be able to do that and be able to have that chance again? Well, it's kind of like that over here. We kind of have that chance to come over here and kickstart our life again here in our 50s or 60s or 70s or even 80s in some cases. But I mean, what happens over here is this. It's also a chance for us to correct bad habits, things where we don't get along with people, things that maybe we're hyper, maybe we're too much on top of people, to break old habits. When you break those old habits, it makes you a better person. Think about your bad habits. Say, how can I change my habits? Maybe I need to start doing budgeting. Maybe I need to start paying more attention to people, listening. And that's one of the biggest things over here, I think, that people have a problem with, is listening and learning. When you first come to the Philippines, keep quiet. Just listen. Listen, you'll learn a lot. A lot of people come over here and the first thing that they do is they start shooting off their mouth too much. And they're not very well liked, people like that, by some of the expats and some of the Filipinos, because big mouths over here just don't fit in. Because people come over here to get retired. They want to relax, kind of lay back. And you see this guy is kind of sucking all the air out of the room. He's the blowhard in the group or whatever. And we get some of those all the time over here when people come over here. Sometimes people calm down. They're here for 3 or 4 months. They start calming down and things start, they start changing their ways. They start relaxing more, sometimes because of the heat or whatever. But when you come over here and if you want to correct yourself, think about it. It's the best time in your life to do it. When you're reaching your upper years, things that you could have changed a long time ago. You come over here, you're going to start a new life, probably with a new woman, new family or whatever. A lot of guys come over here because of the women. They want to start a new life, new family. This is your chance. Take it, grab it. Because when you're over here, you can add so much to your life by changing out all those bad habits for new good habits. And a lot of people just don't do that. They come over here, they get off the plane, and they open up their baggage in the middle of the street for everybody to see. And everybody's got to deal with it. And we've had so many people come over here and do that. We've talked about this so many times, and so many different people have come over here and done stuff like that to us over here. And it's terrible to see that type of stuff happening. It's something that we just kind of bear with. We live with every day over here, because we see people like that. It's like, man, this guy's a mess, and sometimes you just kind of have to let these people out of your life, and if you don't change your ways, you're going to be cut out of people's lives over here too, because expats over here don't put up with too much crap. I don't like putting up with people's crap. I put up with a lot of crap over here, being one of the people over here that helps people come into the country. I often get taken advantage of. It's just part of being an empath, I guess. But now I don't put up with it as much. If I see somebody that's trying to push me around or use me or abuse me, I'll tell them, buddy, you're on your own. Okay, sorry. It was nice knowing you, but you can go do your stuff all by yourself. Because sometimes we get big mouths over here, and sometimes you just have to put your foot down and say, hey, I'm not going to deal with this. Sometimes you give people a chance, you let them go too far, and they crap all over you, and then you find out that they're a real jerk or a deadbeat. These are the people that I'm talking about that need to slow down, take a look at themselves and say, maybe my behavior is a little bit too aggressive. Maybe I'm too much of a narcissist. Maybe my mouth just rattles on too much and I talk too much crap around here or whatever. These are the things that we have to look inward at. I mean, you're the one who has to put up with yourself and look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, what's the story on this guy in the mirror? You know the story. Some people don't want to take blame on things, and when you see so many things keep on repeating themselves, maybe it's you. Maybe it's you. And maybe it's not you. Sometimes it's not. Today's world is a rough world. You know, it can beat you down into the ground. I've been on the receiving end of that for a long, long time before. You know, many times over here too. I've been on the receiving end, and you wonder in your head, hey, is it me or is it them? And sometimes it is them. But a lot of times with the people that I'm seeing over here, sometimes it's them. It's them. So it's actually, you know, take a look at yourself. Say, geez, you know, I notice some of my friends are staying away from me. Or I notice Filipinos don't like me. They probably don't like you because of your attitude, your mouth. A lot of expats give themselves a bad name when they come here. They give other expats a bad name. There's people across the street here that will not rent to expats. They don't like them. And because of some of the things that have happened, even in this neighborhood, you know, expats sometimes have a bad name. And I see it. Other people see it. You know, and sometimes there's underlying factors and there's things that go on behind the scenes. So you always can't just say, well, I heard this about this guy and he's the problem. Because you know what? It might not even be that guy sometimes. It might be the person that's telling you that. Or people around that person, you know, that's passing these rumors around or whatever. There's all kinds of chismes and gossip that goes on around over here that kind of wrecks the Philippines a little bit. You know, don't be part of that group. Don't be somebody that passes on more rumors, more gossip, more crap in your neighborhood to wreck that neighborhood. Just stay quiet. I like to stay in my house over here. My house, I love my house. I like to go out and do my own things with people. I like to hang around with my expat friends like Justin over here in the background. Justin, say hi. See, you know, we like hanging out and doing things sometimes. Sometimes just being around together, hanging out here, just chit-chatting or whatever. You know, so when you come over here, take a look at yourself and say, am I squandering my first chances over here? You know, if you correct yourself in the beginning when you can change over here. If you see things, you know, that are old habits and say, you know what? That's right. I need to change this. Now's my chance. This is your new chance at a new life over here. When you get off that plane, leave all that damn baggage back home on the tarmac back there. Don't bring it over here. Move into my neighborhood or somebody else's neighborhood or Dumaguete and stuff, and throw your luggage out in the middle of the street and open it up and just let all those demons out that you had before, and then just let everybody sees it. We see it. We see it with so many people that get off the plane. We see these people with these psychological issues. You know, we see people, they got big mouths. They talk too much. They talk a lot of crap. And they, you know, be careful when you come over here. When you're talking to people, kind of don't be on top of them. You know, don't put your hands on people. Don't put your hands on people's shoulders until you really know people or anything like that. You shouldn't be doing that anyway. Don't touch people. It's a bad habit. Don't get in, you know, take over conversations. Don't suck the air out of the room. Be careful. You know, get to know the people around you and open your ears rather than your mouth. You know, that's the best advice I can give you over here when you first come over here. Get to see what you know, put your ear to the ground. Get to learn what's around you. You know, listen to things around you. You need to really listen to things around you and learn the landscape over here, because it's a different landscape. People over here are different. Filipinos are different than Americans in a lot of ways. In a lot of good ways and a lot of bad ways. And I'm going to say that straight out. And they know that. And Americans, guess what? It's the same way. We're good in a lot of ways, and in some ways we're not. Some of us can be real jerks over here. We see it all the time. You know, we see them come and go here all the time. But you don't want to be those guys. If you come over here, you know what? You don't want to be one of those guys. You want to be one of the guys that helps out, changes this country. You know, if you come over here with the idea that you're not going to try to change Filipinos. Filipinos don't need to be changed. They don't want to be changed. You know, you don't need to change expats over here either. Expats want to be who they are. They come over here to retire. I'm just telling you, don't bring your garbage with you. Don't bring your baggage. Take it as a way to correct yourself. Not just on those things, but on budgeting, on, you know, money issues that you have. Start correcting it now, because over here money is totally different. You can live cheaper. It's how much, you know, you want to do out there. If you want to go to the movies, you want to go out and date, you want to go out to dinner all the time, you're going to need a lot of money. But you know what? If you're You can live on those $1,500 budgets, or even cheaper if you want to. Is it fun? No, it's not. I'll tell you straight out, it's not fun living on the cheaper budgets. I like being able to do things. I like being able to spend things on things that I want. I love doing that, and you might too. But if you do have spending issues, correct it now. If you do have mental health issues, correct it now. Don't bring those problems with you. Correct them at the beginning over there, and your life will start off on the right step. Think about that. It's a huge issue over here with a lot of expats that jump off that plane. It's a huge issue. They don't change. They actually get more problems over here. Alcoholism, smoking, health issues, food issues, all kinds of stuff. Diabetes, heart issues, weight gain. They're eating tons of food that are bad for you. Even I need to lose weight, and I know that, and I'm going to start working on that, Health issues crop up over here faster than tomatoes in your garden. It happens. It's part of something, called aging over here, but also I think it's part of the culture over here, and foods are different over here. Some foods are harder to get. Anyway, guys, God bless. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show.